All right, so what I want to do today is keep on working on gameplay and balance. And I need to answer the question of what do I do with weapons? Do I give the player an immediate way to upgrade the units? Or do I unlock this somehow? It's cooler now, yeah. Man, this really hurts. Goodness. Unlock by killing bosses, yes. So what I could potentially do is this. Let me show you. We could do that. Well, that's actually the wrong one. How's this opening? Lol, that's a very old atlas. Goodness. Not sure why this is at the front. Totally weird. Okay, I never opened that. Guys, it looks like the tomato eating that was a dumb idea. I should have fasted. So you guys know how your throat, when it's really damaged, you can make it worse by eating because it's sliding along the already stressed out throat. And that's why you oftentimes you eat soups instead of hard foods. No? Are you stupid? No, no. Good day. Hello, always lags. Good morning. No, 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 no. No, okay, so you guys are either trolling or you have never experienced that. The fuck are you talking about? How did you even damage it? I think it just swole. It's here, Lymphknoten in English. Where's my unit? Huh? Am I stupid? Where's my crawling skeleton? Ah. So I could potentially do this here, guys. We take this entire thing. Sorry. We move it here. And then we move, we make an outline that is supposed to be, I think, this. Not this. Was it this? This. I think. Maybe that. Cakez, you're always good at pixel art. Did it to learn? Wait, Cakez, were you always good at pixel art / art, or did you learn it? I'm trying some, but I totally suck. I learned it, and I can give you some resources that help you, bro. Wait a minute, sorry about that. I actually meant to do this. Okay, I think the rest is fine. So I was bad at pixel art in the beginning. So don't get discouraged by what you do. I'll show you my first 3. This is my first pixel art tree that I ever drew. That's how it looked. Terrible, 2 colors. You know, 1 for normal color and then 1 for shading. And then 2 colors here with like, I don't know what that's supposed to be. But I got some good resources that I found throughout the... Well, how do you say that? But I found some good resources that helped me along the way. Like, for example, this one is a really good website. StudioMiniBoss.com, blog.studiominiboss.com. This guy is posting, and I guess I'll show that to you guys on YouTube as well. I can't. Copy. There you go. And in this, when you really want to learn pixel art, the best thing you can do in the beginning is to copy someone who's better than you. And this guy is definitely better than you, because he's also better than me, and we are just starting out, we are learning. And let's say you want to draw a certain effect or a certain enemy or a certain plant, a certain tree, maybe a weapon. Find which tutorial you want to do and then download that as a GIF, And then you can load that into a sprite by dragging and dropping it. So for example, I did that. I've downloaded quite a few tutorials myself. Let's say, I don't know, we want to have an explosion in here. You drag it in here. And then what you do is, since this is a GIF, you can see all of the animation frames here at the bottom. Let me move that over. You're just going to grab this thing and move it to the right. So that the window moves like this. And then you have it to the right side. And you can inspect what he does frame by frame by going through the frames. Something like that. And you can literally repaint them, maybe with a little bit of a different look. But that's how you can begin with some of your pixel art. And as you do that, you get to your learning how to do certain effects and things. And then you can just take that learned experience and apply that to something new. That's the idea. Okay, so wait, I had an original idea, guys. I wanted to make a new crawling skeleton that maybe also has maybe a different color. Perfect, thanks, Cakez. Sure, D1C. Hope that helps. We're going to add in another crawling skeleton really quickly into the game. And that is going to be a boss. I want to test something. Enemies, where do these sit, actually? This section should not be changed. Abilities. Weapons. Okay, so over here. I want to put enemies. This section will grow. Let's mark this as A. I want all of these sprites to be there. And then we make an enemy offset, which I put at like 5,000. So we will have enough for like 3,000 different enemies, which will never happen. But I just want to make sure that I have enough enemies. And then after the enemies, I want to have the heroes. See, defender. Cakez, these guys right here. All of these need to be heroes. They need to be here. And then we also add in the comment, this section will grow. If we ever expected the number, can we make a new game? Exceed that number, can we make a new game? I will never exceed that number. Absolutely not. Hero count. Let's, were we 5,000? Let's put it to 7,000. 2,000 heroes, which will never happen. Of course not. Not hero count, but hero offset. Maybe it should be called padding instead of offset. Foliage count. Maybe instead of offset I should call it... What did I say? Not count, but padding. Padding implies that it fills. I guess we call it offset then, fine. Okay, now I want to go to crawler idle. And then yoink the entire section here. Wait, enemy skeleton as well. So this entire thing. And I want to put that below. The arrow red. And then the defender. Oh god, I can't see. Fuck. Enemy shambler pirate. These cakes here. Enemies. Enemies section, and then this right here would be the heroes section. Put that here. But we still have some shambler stuff going on here. Shambler jiggle. Hello, there's a razor. How's it going? Oh, this was enemy shambler, lol. In here. Actually want to put this here. And then I suppose we keep the enemy bat as well. Put that here. Okay, I always wanted to reorder these anyways. Now that I've done it, I feel a lot happier because now, whenever I add a new sprite in any way, shape or form, these should no longer flicker. Because they start at 5,000. So when I add something here, this should not flicker. And when I add something here, this should not flicker. Very nice. I've always wanted to do that. Maybe you guys don't understand what I just did, but it was really important to me. Now, what I wanted to add was another skeleton crawler here. That is skeleton crawler red, essentially. Okay, now let's figure out. We have 1 frame for the idle animation. We have 5 frames for the run animation. We have 2 frames for the def animation. Wait, that's the attack. 2 frames. And then for the def is also 2 frames. Now, what is the Atlas offset? All of these are 32 by 32. I should have done that actually. Fuck. Cakes, will you sleep tonight? Tonight might be not much sleep, but tomorrow... Alright, actually, yeah, tonight will be a lot of sleep. I will sleep tight tonight, hopefully. And then sleep in tomorrow. Gonna have some good... Hey, what the fuck? I missed all of that. Sorry, well, guys, this is gonna be a lot of spam, but pixel art is normal art, but it's restricted by the 90s to 2000s hardware. I guess it's the 90s to 2000s. A good way to learn pixel art is data mining sprites from old games and learning the hardware restriction. Looking at any game that is using pixel art is really good. Yeah, I'm gonna play the... Sorry about that, guys. While I do that, I'm just gonna do the busy work here. Idle. This is 1936. The run animation is the very first one for 5 frames. 1808. Thank you so much, anonymous gifter, for gifting a sub to Trump's Tiny Nuts. Goodness. Okay, bro. Appreciate it. The attack. What was that? 648. Okay, here, this one. So, 1872. And then Dev was the last 2 here. That is 1968. 1968. Cakez, I remember you're planning the attributes. What technique did you go with? Planning the attributes. What do you mean by that? So, Cakez, do you like the new Lo-Fi radio? Yeah, I do. I like it a lot, bro. It's a good one. Just like the previous Lo-Fi radio for Christmas. That was also really cool. For stun, etc. I was planning the attributes for stun. He went for the very well-known chat technique. Well, I went for TCAP's technique actually for a stat system. Yeah. It takes a lot of time to explain Pikachu. I remember you're planning how you wanted to stack attributes. Necro, thank you or Neccorp, thank you very much for following. Okay, what did I just do? I added in a new enemy that is supposed to be a boss. Game.h. Skeleton crawler. Skeleton crawler. Red. And this is supposed to be a enemy type boss. The first boss, very simple one. Wait, isn't it a boss? Don't we have that? I guess strong or something? Class type. Wait. Component boss. Oh, it's a component. Fine. It's an enemy boss. And the idle blah 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 animations. Skeleton crawler. Red, I think, right? Oh my god, so good. And it's going to have everything else, but the HP is just going to be 5 times more. So instead of 3000, it is 1500. And then his armor is 0, but his attack speed, his movement speed might be maybe a tiny bit slower. Now, what do we do here? XP reward. Oh no, hit sounds. I hate that. I fucking hate these hit sounds. Because this is the worst bullshit that I ever added into the game. I will remove this because I can't even explain to you guys what this dog shit hit sound is. It's essentially just the different hit sounds in the game that also sound really bad. Now that we have this, we can go into the spawning system, spawn data. And in round 2, we're going to spawn one of those red crawlers at 50 seconds in. Let's see. Time start 5. Time step 2. So let's see. Let's do a calculator here. 5 plus 2 times 22. That's 154 seconds. Oh my god. 2 times 22 plus 5. This dogshit calculator, man. So it's 49. After 49 seconds... yeah, maybe a bit earlier. Let's spawn him in 40. Now in round 2, we're going to spawn this red skeleton. Currently it looks bad, okay? Please don't think that this will be the final skeleton. It won't, okay? It looks bad right now. That's fine. The reason why I do that is because I want to test getting these weapons. Hey, Code and Green, help us. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good, brother. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 22. All right, let's see. So that's the first. Let's say the tutorial for the first thing is to place down 2 of these. One of them will be placed here. The other one will be placed there. Next round. We get money for the next round. We should get money for the next round if we do it this way. Okay, let's see what happens here. We need to pretend that we don't have this weapon unlocked. I see today we are reacting to a bad TD game. Shut the fuck up. This guy's so toxic. It's insane. Uh-oh. I didn't export this yet. Wait. I think I didn't. Okay, he should spawn now. There he is. He's a little bit slower than the rest. But he also has a lot more HP. Uh-huh. And then it tells me, it should tell me to use the shield bash. It should only allow me to unlock the shield bash as the first thing. And why does this keep happening, by the way? Why do I have to... Oh no. I can't click this. I actually cannot click this. Why does it keep happening? Let's see, UI.h. Do button. This is gotta be the first one, right? If size.x and size.y. Or, let's do or. Wait. If we don't have size.x less than or equal to 0, then size.x is 2. And we do the same thing for y. Hey. There we go. For some reason, when I'm on a Linux, fans don't work. That's the computer telling you that you shouldn't use a Linux. Okay. Oh yeah, now I can click on it and we can choose the sprite. I can save, hopefully, and then that stays the same. Good. Let's get rid of this now. Your Twitch chat is kind of toxic, Nails. Yeah, I know my Twitch chat is toxic, Inukai. Which is why I don't engage. It may be a bit too early to look but at the gameplay, but you placed 2 units and AFK for 2 to 3 rounds. No. Yeah, because the... Hello, Magets up. Because I'm not done scripting the tutorial yet. The tutorial is supposed to be, I placed 2 units, waited, then I got enough money, a new round happened. I could have placed another one, and now it's telling me to spend my skill point on my shield bash. That is, I'm currently scripting what makes the most sense. I'm telling it to train the shield bash on this particular unit to exit out of... I should only be able to use shield bash here. That's very important. It actually makes sense now. Now that he has shield bash, the game should slow down, not stop. But maybe I have to do it in a way where the round is over. Maybe I have to introduce another round before I spawn this round. And then he has to use the shield bash. You should put the Steam page link in the Twitch links so people can wishlist. Yeah, but not right now. Like, why so slow? I slowed down the game. This is the normal speed. Okay, wait. We do this again. So this is essentially what I want for the tutorial. The tutorial should tell me, place down the hero. Boom. Okay. Place down another hero, just like in Bloons. Anywhere you like. Okay. Start the game. And it will tell me. And then it shows me, oh, you can also speed up the game. Then the enemies come. They kill them. The round's over. And we got enough gold so we can place one more unit. So that is something I would need to implement. Or not implement. That is something I would need to... yeah, add to the game. And then we start the next round. And in this round, the unit at the very end will gain a level. Will gain enough experience points to open up the skill tree. And then it tells me, open up the skill tree and train the shield bash. And then it tells me, you need to train the shield bash now. And that should all be done in one round. And so this guy should spawn in round 3. It's also common that on early maps the boss round is just a single boss enemy, not to overwhelm the player. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. Windows is ass, but for game dev it probably makes the most sense. Yeah, it does make the most sense because you're developing on the platform that you're developing the game for. Cakez, did you check the Q1T3 video? Or what the fuck it was called? I don't know. Quake 1, Quake 3. No, I didn't do it. I didn't check it out yet. It's also common that on early maps the boss... Oh, I actually read that already. Yeah. We could isolate the boss. Sure. Alright, so instead of this, we have another round. Excuse me. But if you isolate your rounds 1 and 2 are the same, I think that's fine. I think that's totally okay. Oops. Let's see. I think it's okay. Bless you. Thank you, Sturdy Post. I really appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Let's test. So this is the balloons tutorial. It tells you to place down one monkey, and then it tells you to place down any monkey anywhere else on the map. You can even put him here, which makes absolutely no sense, but you can. Then it tells you to play the game. Click on that button at the bottom right. And then we get a couple of balloons spawning immediately. That's actually quite a few balloons. Now we can see that he doesn't have 100 XP yet. And we can't even click on him. And now we should click on it to play again. So basically this green button here. Click on it to play again. That's the next round. With much more balloons happening or spawning. Much faster. Much more balloons spawning. A lot of AFK time. Yeah, I think that's normal because it's slowly introducing the game. It starts slow. So 2 rounds with just normal balloons. And then in the next round, it tells you that my unit here gained XP. And that using this XP, we can now spend points. And it forces me to unlock one of them. It doesn't even force me into any particular one. I think I can unlock anything. So for example, 15% faster, further than normal. So for example, that one is the best for now. But yeah, I could unlock anything I want. And then it forces me to unlock this. In Bloons CD, the first boss is a Moab, yeah. I'm more of a Vampire Survivors boss kind of guy, where I will have certain bosses that look really cool, but I will also have stronger versions of normal mobs that are also bosses, that just drop items. So now I can start upgrading my Bloon, giving him his first upgrade. I can do that for all of them, actually. And so if I compare that to my game, that means that I should have the crawler on round 3. Wait, whoops, sorry about that. This is round 1, round 2, round 3. And then how do I do this again? I do /round. And then I do Control A. No, wait. How do I do this again? If I want to change these rounds. /round, enter, Control A. And then N, Control A, N, Control A. Yeah, there it was. Awesome. Vim is awesome. What a cool fucking message. Cakez, what happens if you place monkey in a place you can't hit balloons? Can you lose? And how will you handle it? I will make it so that the one unit that I force in a place will be able to beat all of the waves alone. So for example, I just changed it, right? Round 1 is 10. They start immediately. Over here they start immediately as well. Spawn 22. Let's see how that works. I should still be able to spawn kill them all. And if they have too much HP, then I will nerf them. Would it not be easier to just reverse engineer balloons and reskin the UI? Shut the fuck up, bitch. Taking a look at a good tutorial and going very deep into each of the sections of the tutorial is something that you should do, okay? There's a reason why they do it this way. And there's also a reason why I do it this way. Because I had some person play my game and he was so lost that he couldn't even figure out how to beat the very first level. Okay, so
you're fucking wrong, bro, and it doesn't.
I'm not getting triggered. No, it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna force the player to place the first orange in this location, in the very middle. Now, this will not be the map where everything of that will take place. I will redesign a new map for that purpose, but that is what I will do. I will create somewhat of a similar map. And now I will force him to place another unit. And let's say that unit is placed here because he wanted to break the tutorial. Now, let's see what happens. Can he beat the wave alone? The first wave. Looks like he can. Not even close. Next is the next wave. And now, essentially, you would have to... We got a new boost for the wave, 100 gold. We place the next unit also in a terrible location. Okay. Now, oh, we also have the hero to unlock. I think I have to defer this then. I have to defer this. Let's pretend that this happens later. Just found your channel from a YouTube video and wanted to say hello. I have two commercially successful, I think, Steam games and always love the idea of making my own engine. Watch a ton of handmade hero but never tried to do it. Hey, my man, King Javo. You wanna link your games? GigaChat, first message, yeah. That map, that only works because you placed it there. Place it straight at the start of the map and it will fail. Yeah, take Joshi, but I said at the very beginning, I will force the player to place it there. I will force them, just like in Bloods. I will have a circle, a glowing circle that keeps pulsating with glow, and I will make the player place the unit there, the very first one. Made in Game Maker, College Bowl and Legend Bowl. That sounds like Kellogg's to me. Good. Let's take a look here. God, it's laggy. Is that you? My wife called, guys. Uh-oh. I need to... My wife is pregnant. I need to take that call. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, that's me. Shut the fuck up, chat. Okay? I didn't say that. I didn't say catch you wait. Actually, I said that, yeah. Okay. It's time, let's go. Man, cool. Wait, what was the first game? What was the other one? Legend Bowl. But Super Bowl. Cool. Very nice. And you made them in Game Maker. I mean, but don't you, like, what is your issue with Game Maker? It looks like you have been able to make some very good games. 92% in Game Maker, and you released 2 of them. And it looks like it took you about 3 years to make the second one. How long did it take you? Wow. To make the first one? No issue, just a nerd who likes engines. Ah, I see. I mean, yeah, I mean, sure, bro. 2 years for the second. 1 year for the second. Cool. Can you tell me something that I'm really interested in, King Javo? How much money do you earn monthly from this first game? Passively? Like, when was your latest update for this game? Early access, 20, then September 1 year later, you went into release. I can't see the latest update, can I? That looks really cool. Who made that? You paid someone to do this? Sure. I just updated it, but before it, that's been a while. June 22, 24? Where do you see that? Am I blind? Am I actually blind? It's actually in the middle. I paid for the concert. Yeah, it's in the middle. Okay. I make around 5k or more monthly on the first game. Monthly? Really? Holy shit. That's insane. And this one is probably the same, right? Wow, congratulations. Really successful, bro. Yeah, pork champion. Give him some porks in chat, guys. Damn. Holy. Really cool. Yeah, the new one has paid 50,000 a week. Mate. Cool. Really cool, man. Congratulations. That's awesome. How long have you been making games to get to this? Holy, I need to make games. Yeah, well, listen. Look at the time frame, okay? So don't be blind by don't be blinded by the success of him now. Yeah. You see those numbers? So let's go back in time. It is 2024 right now. His first game, he spent 5+ years on. So that means you started in 2015? Or did you start in 2016? Something like that. You started in 2017. Okay. So now, guys, just take... Let's say... I started in 2017. I'm 3 years into my game right now. That would be 2017. So 2018, 19, 20. On 2020, he reached early access. It's on consoles too. Okay, so let's take a look. 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's been making games for 7 years. Okay, you have to think about it that way. But it's really cool to see. Nonetheless, nothing to take away from his success. I'm just saying that don't underestimate the time that you have to put into making games before you can get something meaningful out of it. However, you can still make small games and sell them early on, of course. He did it full time. You do like 2 hours a day at most, minus the weekends. At the moment, yeah, because I'm having a kid, bitch. So like this guy takes into account how it is currently, not how it is like over a long period of time. Yeah, keep in mind. Okay. You're making a game full time. No, I'm making it part time at the moment. I started full time, but then realized I need more time. And I needed to be able to pay my bills. And so I had to go and find a job, get a job, and now I'm basically reducing the time. But I'm still working on it. You can say that this is I'm working on it on the side at the moment. A job, yeah, a job that pays the bills, content that hopefully pays the bills in the future, so I don't have to do the job anymore. And ultimately the game, so I can be a game developer and have the ultimate freedom. I can pay my bills, make games, play games, do basically whatever. I have the ultimate freedom. That's essentially it, yeah. But always make games. I always want to make games. I love it. I think this is really important. Making a game is too hard and time consuming. You need to enjoy the process or it's hard to work out. It depends. You can make small games in the beginning and still sell a couple of copies and learn from them and maybe get some passive income if you really hit it very well with one of the games you make. So while yes, you're right, I think the issue, like the way you're saying it is, and the way that I do it is we spend a lot of time on our one long game, while you can also make a small game and sell that to see how the entire process is. Even with small games, you need to enjoy the process of making it, not only focus in the end. That's true. That's true, though. Yeah, I agree. Okay, guys, I have to quickly check this here. Let's see. Game.h. Not event. I think. What? Event reached around 4. Reach around 4. So then round index has to be 4. That's important. Now that we fixed this, we need to start the game again. Immo, in round 2 you should introduce a weapon upgrade. It's a unique mechanic. It should be possible to beat the game only with that upgrade. Increase enemy spawn rate to keep the game more interesting. No. No. In round 2 I will introduce the skill tree. And in round 3 I will introduce the weapon. No, no guys. I will not introduce... Guys, watch this. I'll show you. Watch this. If I program the tutorial in a good way, this will happen. Watch. Just wait. Also, give me a second. Basic speed needed. Let's say 100, 120. Hey! Sorry about that. Thank you very much for following. Bake Snake. Good morning. Sounds good. Just introduce unique mechanics early. Keep the game interesting and unique. Just wait. I'll show you. Watch this. And you, if I obviously have to program this properly, right? We force the player to place the first hero here. The second hero can be placed whatever. Doesn't matter. This is the important one. We force him to place it here. Good. Keep going. He kills them. We defeat the round. Not G. Fuck. Not G. We get 100 seats. We can place another one. The player decides to place him in another dogshit location. That's okay. We could potentially even place another one. Places him... That really works out very well. Placing 4 heroes. Cool. Hey, Cakez, found your videos on YouTube and thought they were pretty interesting. Kind of like what you made so far. Thank you, Bake Snake. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Pay chat. Ah, shit, you fucking bitch. Alright, now we spawn the next round. We made it so that the base experience needed for a level up is a little bit higher now, which is fine. Because enemies will grant more experience later. These are just base enemies. So now he gained his skill point. Okay, now I force the player, once this guy is gone, now I force the player to open up the skill tree and train this ability. This ability in particular. I will only let him train this. I think. And now watch what happens. I give him enough money so he can train that ability. Now watch what happens. Shit. Fuck. It's gonna spawn too, is it? This guy. Watch what happens. This is the idea. Why not make the game fun? What am I doing right now? What do you think I'm doing right now? What do you think I'm fucking doing right now? I'm balancing the numbers. I'm balancing the fucking damage. I'm balancing the placement. Listen, bro, that is gameplay. This is gameplay. Are you fucking dumb? I just don't understand this guy, bro. What is he doing? Oh my god, I'm working on gameplay right now. This is literally gameplay. Are you stupid? Oh my god, this guy. Oh, I just can't believe this, bro. Sorry for the redundant question, but why wasn't a tower defense game coded with a game engine like Unity or Unreal? Because I tried doing that in the past and I just couldn't. I never made any progress, bro, and I got angry so much by using these engines that I wasn't having any fun, bro. Filing a report to list protector as a protected species. No further extrusions allowed. Anyways, we continue. Oof. He probably won't be able to beat him. He has too much HP. So, right now we notice that the red scroller has too much HP. 1500 is too much. We give him 1200. There we go. And we do this again. What happens, by the way, if I that? Nothing, I guess. Oh, it spawns another one. Okay, that's a good test. Let's ignore this chest. So what happens here? Let's play this note normally. Cool. Nope, 7. Thank you very much for following. This is actually really cool. Shit, the round is over. The round is over, and then it unlocks the new hero. So I have to spawn a new hero in round 5, not in round 4. Alright, let's pretend. Let's pretend this happens in round 5. Now, after the round, Cakez, given what you know about the tech required to make a game, do you think an engine would work for you now? Maybe Unity. If let's pretend for a second, right, that Unity didn't do the dog shit thing they did, where they forced you into a shitty license agreement. Let's pretend that for a second. Maybe Unity, maybe. It's C# and it's all classes and like maybe I would not focus, like I would have to turn my optimization brain off and just use Unity like a monkey and use the most easy solution to get the job done and then just try not to optimize at all. I think that's what I would do. Yeah, actually. I don't know about Unreal. Why not Unreal? Well, because I'm thinking in terms of 2D game. In a 3D game, maybe Unreal, but maybe for a 3D game, Unreal. Yeah. Maybe Unity did that to keep clowns like you away. Shut the fuck up, man. Unreal can do 2D just as good. Yeah, I know, but I've seen the editor lag, so I'm a little scared about that. But I don't have any info on Unreal, so I don't want to talk about it. I have not tried the engine like properly yet and made a game in it. Okay, so essentially what should happen now is this guy needs this weapon unlocked. And so I need to collect a bunch of items that this guy can unlock using maybe some sort of scripting or event. So let's go back to the events here. By the way, scripting event, unlock hero events, scripting events. So for example, scripting event, unlock item. This is a bit 4. Now we have that event, and then in display, it's in-game chest open. In this modal, we are selecting item choices here. And we add them based on what items we have not unlocked yet. What items do they have? What items can be unlocked? This is a to-do here that I still haven't done. But for now, we do an if check here. That is scripting. Tutorial. Unlock first weapon. So, essentially, if I think it's save state, game state. Wait, has scripting event, right? Scripting event, unlock items. If we don't have that event yet, then I want to do item choices dot add item wooden sword. And the other one, this for loop, this is what we were reading earlier or a couple of days ago about optimizing C++ code. What we have right now is a for loop inside an if statement. Not sure how else we want to do that here. So if we don't have this scripting event, we want to gather items based on, you know, which items we have unlocked and can unlock and stuff like that. And also, like, why is this still pinged? Why is this shit still pinged? Remove this message. Godot is good for game jams, but I hated its overall workflow. GameMaker is a weird black box in a lot of cases, but there's always a bunch of stuff happening under the hood that makes things weird. So far, what I've seen, GameMaker seems to be really good. So we do have an if else here, which is bad, right? But there's no other way to exit out early in this case. I can't actually exit out early. So anyways, if we don't have the scripting event, we add that to the item choice and then we complete the scripting event. Unlock items. There we go. And now I think we can already do this. Let me build really quickly. When I open this chest, it should only give me this wooden sword here. It did give me that wooden sword, but it didn't roll at all. If you have multiple places where you would line break early, do while false is useful. You can try Godot. A good tutorial teaches all of the above. TD is a hard genre. Placing a tower is just the first step. Cost efficiency, enemy counter towers. The good tower placements, return values of a tower are hidden complexities. Yep, exactly. Okay, so we did get the wooden sword here. That's the idea. Boom. And now I should have enough money, or the tutorial should give me enough money to unlock this weapon. That's the idea. Now he has an ability and a weapon. And I think at this point we have managed to acquire all of the knowledge needed to play the game. And we could start for real. Now, what is in round 4 that happens? Skeletons get introduced. And this is when we introduce this type of tutorial. And then when we click on this, it pauses the game and it explains that skeletons have armor that reduce physical damage. Use magic damage. So I think this section here shouldn't be in round 4, but in round 5. Let's see. So instead of round 4 introducing the skeleton, we introduce that in round 5. But then what do we introduce in round 4? I guess I'll introduce a couple more enemies in round 4, make it a bit more difficult here. Maybe instead of skeletons, oh, no. Shit. Skeleton crawler. Red. Maybe this. I give a 5 is a bit much. 3. I will spawn 3 red skeletons in that round to unlock more. Actually, that's too much. I will spawn 1 more. And then I'm just going to spawn a bunch of crawlers. There we go. Hi Cakez, how are you all today? Nice start to the weekend. Hello Phil, hope you're doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, bro. So you force them to use physical damage for the first 3 rounds and then you tell them that physical damage is dogshit in round 4? Watch this. Watch this. I'll show you. I'll explain. Watch this. One, 2, 3, 15, and then I suppose we can add another one for 20. But let's get the seed tree out of here first. That one is gonna come in later. That will come in later. Okay, now we have 3 of these. And then there's another one here. Where, okay, well, we reached round 5. And then the next one after that is 10. Okay, now we play this again. So this is what I want my tutorial to be. If there is physical damage, there should also be emotional damage. Okay, Beta Calibruf. My man. What a name. Hello there, sir. Bruf. So, let's see. We placed the first one here. The second one is placed whatever. But, you know, a gamer would place it here. Fine, we make it like this. The gamer places a noob, like let's say Azenres would place it here. 20 rounds is a lot if you aim for some sort of completion strats. Try to replay and get them all. No, just wait. That's first round, next round. We got money. No, not G. Fuck, sorry, wrong one. We got 100 money, we can place 2 more heroes. I'm just gonna place them outside, but listen, if by this point you don't place a unit somewhere on the map, I don't know, man. If by this point you don't place it somewhere on the map, like, come on, what are you doing? You're deliberately trying to lose. Alright, shield bash has to be skilled. And then by the... I need to... yeah. And then we have enough money. We should get that. Whenever we open that to train shield bash. There we go. Now we have shield bash. And this guy is attacking him. Let's see. Should still work at twice the speed. So now he's dead. We spawn the chest. It doesn't draw anything, but then it gives us that. The wooden sword. We click on this guy and we unlock it. Now in round 4, we're spawning a lot of enemies. Maybe the time step should be even shorter. Because he's two-shotting them now, actually. But we also spawn this guy. To get more weapons. At least one more. So we get another weapon. And this one will be random, but I don't have the weapon selection done yet. So essentially it looks like this, which is wrong because the broadsword can actually be used yet. So I will have to work on, like, that's the to-do in the game here. How do we unlock this later on? This is gonna be a requirement of certain items being worn. Thank you, King Jabo. Shield bashing without a shield. Yeah, we can also go for wind slash first. Yeah. I know what you mean, Azenris. You're right. But anyways, now that this round is too long, by the way. This round's too long. I need to make it shorter. But in terms of numbers, it actually works out, I think. Maybe I need to increase the numbers a little bit, but I want him to have a new level up. And now we can unlock a hero, which is the mage. We get the wizard first. Boom. And then in the next round, we spend time here. Oh, cool. Wind slash. Okay, let me get that. And then I don't know, maybe someone of these gets wind slash. And then I make the player place the mage. And then, not you, Control G. In this round, I'm going to get the pop-up for the skeletons have armor, use that reduce physical damage, use magic damage. And this is when we force, or we not force, but we inform the player that this mage is the counter to the skeletons. God, I love that burn effect. It looks really good. Yeah, so in comparison, he does 20 damage, while this guy does 35. So he should probably have higher armor, even still. The skeleton should probably still have higher armor. Hey, Mr. Amina, good morning. How's it going? Really slow round. I'll think about making it faster. Let's give him 50% physical damage reduction. It's a lot, I know. The economy you balance later, right? Yeah, it's all part of the process right now, yes. And so, what I learned after making this tower defense game for such a long time is the balance happens incrementally. What does that mean? It means you start on round 1, you try to balance round 1. Round 1 feels really good with all of the options that you have. Now you balance round 2. And so incremental, I mean, okay, so the first round feels good. It's reasonably easy in this one level. Cool. Let's move on to round 2. Then we try to balance that together with the gold, together with the damage, together with passive abilities. Feels good too. Nice. And so now I'm working on, what I'm working on now is the first tutorial level of the game. I know at some point I will be back to level 1, yes, but that will also be on a different map. And so that is when map balance will come into play. But if I manage to balance one map from round 1 all the way to the end, then I have one baseline difficulty for the game, and I can basically make the game more difficult and easier depending on different challenges. Like for example in Bloons, what they do is they take the same base difficulty and they make it more difficult because you now only earn half as much money. Or you can only place half of your hero types. And so that makes the game more difficult in Bloons. But they have this base difficulty where you start in round 1. That's how many Bloons spawn. And this is to be expected to be easy. And then in higher missions or in higher difficulties, you start in round 6, round 7 later. Or you get too much. You early could make 4 tower, more down. No. What? Have you mules over pricing? It's hard to balance value provided versus time invested. I would go somewhere between 10 upwards. I've already talked about this multiple times. There's a tower defense game here on Steam that's called Core Defense. Oh, it's probably, yeah, 80% off. It costs about 10 euros, so more than $10, or about $10. This is the game that I want to basically be as successful or maybe more successful than. This game is mostly simplistic. However, it does have very good tower defense mechanics. And it costs 10 euros, was really successful for that price and for how long this guy worked on the game. And so I want to at least charge that much for my game too. If I go and try to beat Bloons there in terms of price, I will probably lose money. And it wouldn't be worth, depending on the time invested. Because I don't know how long I will still work on this game, but probably for a long time still. It's cool to work on balance now, but it will still take a lot of time to get everything in the game and right. But yeah, that's the idea. Looks really cool to see the enemies burning. Obviously, since I reloaded the game, my spawning system got fucked up. That's just how my hotcode reloading works at the moment. And now this guy got a level up and we don't have to force the player to do anything anymore. He just gets a fireball. I guess this guy gets the fireball. So he does AoE damage. Uh-oh. Yeah. That's the idea. Then it would be easy as fuck for now, I meant. 1 melee more and 3 mages more now, you have 150 plus. The mage will not be 20. I think the mage will be 200. But I will give the player enough gold to spawn the mage. Imagine having an FAQ, Cakez, wow, you could just direct people to that. There's no point to have an FAQ for something that doesn't exist yet, Mr. Azen. We are building what will later be an FAQ or information. We're currently building the information. So, yeah, sorry to say, but you're wrong. There's no point in making an FAQ right now. It's time waste. Because I don't even know what type of mechanics will stay or how they change. Just curious, what are those orange dudes? These are the heroes of the game. They're called Tangys. And I'm trying to make them look really cool and interesting. Yeah. You said you have answered the pricing question multiple times. Yeah, I have. That's true. So it's a horror theme. It's... Did he just shoot an arrow for a fireball? He shoot an arrow projectile for a fireball, guys. Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. Really nice. Cool. Okay. I think the next step from here would be to implement the scripting event, forcing the player to place the first hero in the correct location. Is chest random? We'll get some item in tutorial and some won't. Yeah, in tutorial the first item will always be this sword right here. The wooden sword. You can't really see it. But this one right here. And then the other items will be items that can be unlocked as upgrades or upgrade paths after this weapon is there. Can you show how you came up with this game design? Like what inspiration did you use, etc.? I'm trying to think about my next game. Well, I played different games and then I just tried to take what I like about those games and put it into this game. Basically, like mixing them all together. So I played this game right here. That was supposedly a hentai game back then. But I really like the idea of leveling units and placing units in certain locations in the map and essentially the enemies fighting back. So for example, in this image right here, this guy with the big hammer. If he gets close to one of your dudes on the map here, he is using that big hammer to smash her into the ground. She's probably one shot from his hammer. He's that strong. And so the strategy in this map is, it looks like he walked from here to here, is to kite him. Essentially using slow magic damage and staying out of his range. And so the interesting part about the game is that the enemies fight back. And you can level up. You can see a level down here. This is level 80, this hero, while this hero is level 50. So the cool thing about the game that I always enjoyed when playing it was, oh cool, I can make my individual units stronger. It felt like a party. A little bit like an MMORPG party. What you see here right now, where it says skill ready, this glow around the character, that's a heal. She got attacked by something, and she had to heal herself to not die. And so I really enjoyed that concept, and I wanted to bring that into a non-gacha game that focuses mostly around building your own hero party and different builds using skill trees. And that evolved over time, of course, but still have the opportunity to like, have that party feel, the healing, the buffing, the ranged combat, the melee combat, all of that. And so that's ultimately where the idea came from. And then somewhere down the line, I tried to make my game at least fit the Bloons standard, fit the standard of Vampire Survivors. There's a lot of inspiration there, especially for the chests. I think I still have like Control B or something. No, I don't. So yeah, that's where it came from. And then just over time, I just kept working on the game and I tried to improve it. That's all. Jump King. Should pre-select a choice. Some Cakez-like user might get confused that there's no button and click randomly because they think the screen is more sort of a reward, not a choice. Balancing with different fields instead of math will be a pain, especially with all of the variants and weapon unlocks and skill trees. A good balance TD is actually a bad TD. Casual players don't play the most efficient strategy. You can make a tier system to restrict loot drops. Something like a tier 4 sword can drop on the first stage. Yes, exactly, that's what will happen. How is that your inspiration when you ignored the obvious hook? Why did you go with oranges instead of waifus? Seems like a worst idea. I went with oranges instead of waifus because I didn't want to make a hentai game. I wanted to take the game for what it is without the porn part and flesh out those parts even more. If I wanted to go with hentai, then I would have just copied the exact game. I wanted to not make a children's game. I wanted to make I didn't know what I wanted to make a game. Like, I started with humans in my game. It just turned out that oranges really fit the theme and I was easy to draw. I could have used heroes, yes, but now I have oranges. Now that's unique about my game. Is that a good decision? I don't know. Listen, we will see over time if that's a good idea. But we have successfully created a lot of oranges in chat. And you guys, a lot of you guys like them. So is it a bad decision? I don't know. At first it was soft cakes, yeah. Should have gone with my waifu monkeys. Then I attract a bunch of food stuff, right? No, thank you. No, I didn't want that. Like, it's fine, but I didn't want that for my game. So yeah, essentially that's how it all like began. That's where the idea came from. And now we are here, and we are still fiddling around, trying to make it interesting. I try to keep it interesting for the player. And so right now I think I have, if I manage to add in all of the tutorials that we talked about today, I think I have about 5 to 10 minutes of interesting stuff happening in the game. Yeah, there's a lot of work still, but we tackle everything. Yeah, and so what I thought about is this. When it comes to weapon unlocks in chests, I wanted to have it so that whenever you defeat a crazy boss, he drops a crazy weapon. And so the normal enemies that you see here, the red skeleton that is supposed to be a boss, or the red crawling skeleton that gave me the weapon, they have normal upgradable weapons. And at some point, you have to defeat some bosses to get higher loot. However, yeah, that's the idea. And so you keep progressing through the levels, and then, but that means I have to design quite a few bosses. So wait, there was another chatting that I missed. I like programming all sorts of things, but I like programming and changing games. Almost every game. Shut the fuck up. Okay, that's my real story. There were cakes at first, but then he changed them to tangerines for an unknown reason. Most of the stuff is a one-to-one copy from Bloons. Look at the map, for example. That's a one-to-one copy. Some stuff is taken from Vampire Survivors too. The chest drop mechanics, some inspiration from Stardew Valley 2, like the trees, which are pretty much copied as well. Wrong, these are my own creations. But I don't know why you keep pinning this, because then it makes it easy for me to delete the message. They look cute, nice animations, they look really good, and I like them a lot, Cakes. Thank you, Phil. Yeah, I think the tangerines, while obviously we can't really relate to a tangerine, it's difficult to relate to something like that, instead of relating to a human, of course. We'll have to see. The next game will definitely be more mainstream, because I'm a huge RPG nerd. Do you plan to do Kickstarter, Cakes? Yeah, I think I will, because of the exposure I get. But only after I have some really good gameplay stuff to show. I do not want to miss my shot. So I will take my time with that. I got an idea for Kickstarter. Really? Top 3 RPGs? No, I will make a Gothic 1 inspired RPG game that has Dark Souls combat. But instead of, like in Dark Souls, armor basically doing almost nothing, I will make it so that armor does a little bit. Well, armor does a lot. I mean, Heaven's armor did a lot for me, but I felt like towards the end of the game, armor didn't really do much. But yeah, we'll have to see. Make a goal and add as a gift one of the tangerines as a plushie. Yeah, we could do that too, yeah. Google will, people will ignore bad bugs in a hentai game? Yeah, but I don't want to make a hentai game, guys. It's fine if some people want to make hentai games. Inugai is making them. I have to agree, your game looks cute, unlike your code, which is an eldritch abomination. And the hotspot for... Okay, brother. Okay.